Hey, honey?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Retro Reviews, a review show where we go through all of my copious amounts of role-playing books, one book at a time. And to keep me from rambling, we have Laura.
Hey everybody. So to help with that task, I've got a list of questions for fun. So question 1, what book do we have tonight?
We have the Pathfinder 1st Edition, Ultimate Combat.
Can you give us a quick synopsis?
Like last week's episode with Ultimate Magic, this is a way to spice up your fighters by giving them new the different fighting classes like the Ranger, the Warrior, Paladin, and such. New tips and tricks they can pull off in combat and fight better.
Cool. Where'd you get this book?
This book was also from the Barnes & Noble in Phoenix, Arizona, when I was out there.
Nice. What do you like about this book?
It has guns. You can actually, this has the rules for using firearms in Pathfinder. It's actually an interesting side note. Critical Role. Geeks out there probably already know, but have I told you about Critical Role?
Yeah, the YouTube show, right?
Yeah, it's the YouTube show. Well, Twitch, and then they re-air everything on YouTube. But anyways, they're one of the most popular streamers of D&D content. When they actually started, they were starting with Pathfinder instead of D&D, and Percival blah 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 DeRollo, I can't remember all of his names, actually was using the gun rules from this. He was actually a gunfighter, and Matt Mercer had to port over all the game mechanics for guns from Pathfinder over to D&D to actually make it canon and to actually work. So
Yeah, fun fact.
yeah.
Is there something you didn't like about this book? You haven't gotten to use it much?
No, it's the same thing I love about this book.
Oh, that there's guns?
There's guns. Guns. Alright, for 3rd edition D&D, I got a book that had guns in it. And the guns in that were actually like what you would consider to be like the stats for a gun would be a hell of a lot more than just like a reskin version of a bow or a crossbow.
Right.
They actually were like, oh, instead of 1 dice you're picking up and dealing damage, you're picking up like 2, 3, 4 dice.
So what about this book?
I feel like the guns are a little bit underpowered. And it's also my buddy Fluffy, who is playing the gun-wielding bard in our game. He felt the same thing too, so I had to slap a bunch of different magical abilities onto his guns to make them a little oomph and actually be comparable to the magical weapons and class abilities that the rest of the party was using. And because guns are seen as being such an unbalancing factor, when I got to play in my buddy Toe's D&D game, and I'm like, dude, I want to use the gun rules. Let me use the gun rules. I got Matt Mercer's copy off the internet and brought it to the table, and I was severely penalized by the DM because I had guns above and beyond what the rules that I had that were D&D official. It's because guns are seen as being something that, we're completely unbalanced. So the thing I hate about this book is that the guns are balanced. I'd like to see them just be a little bit more powerful, because it really should be a difference between like shooting somebody with a big powerful hunting bow,
Or with a gun.
or with a shotgun.
Right.
They just don't feel like they've got the oomph of what you would think somebody who's walking around with, basically a cannon.
Yeah, it's a difference. So would you recommend this to other gamers?
Oh yeah, for the gunfighter and gun rules alone, yes. Honestly, that's why I'm keeping it. But also just having more options for your fighters is always the best because fighters get a lot limited in games where it's just like I have a sword and I hit things with my sword, and your wizards and your clerics and your thieves, they all get to do all these wide range of cool things. Your fighter can sometimes feel like, all right, whack, 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 all right, wait my turn to do something else. Having some different options and different ways to build out your fighter makes it be more interesting, more fun to play.
Yeah, nice.
So if you're a fighter player, pick up this or any other fighter add-on book from any of the other editions. I think we covered Complete Warrior for second edition, and as well as Skills and Power, Combat and Tactics from second edition. I think I sold my Complete Warrior for third edition. We don't know. I still haven't gone through everything yet. But.
Right. So you said you are planning to hold on to this one.
Yep.
And yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got. What's your favorite way to play a fighter? Leave that down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this episode, remember to like and share. And she's going to take care of the water balls. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can find out when this or any of our other shows, such as Recipe Roulette, Friday Featurettes, or Geeky Grind, go live. And we'll see you next time. So, peace.